Hey guys, Allison here. Well, I want to tell you one of the most infallible ways to be miserable is to compare yourself to other people. And social media has just taken that off the charts, right? We look at everybody else, it looks like they're having a great time, everybody's doing wonderful. What about me? What a loser. It's very easy to fall into that. We look at influencers, we look at big names out there, we look at super successful people, and we compare ourselves and we feel miserable, right? One of the things that I think that we all need to do is keep track of our own progress and compare yourself to yourself. Where have you come, let's say, in the last 3 months? Where have you come in the last 3 years? Where were you 10 years ago? What are the new skills that you've learned? What are the things that you've accomplished? Now, if we're only keeping our eyes on what we want to accomplish, those big goals, we're always reaching. And that's good. We should be always reaching, right? But we always feel like we didn't finish or we're not there yet. And that can have a negative effect on us. We can start to feel like, wow, I just still striving. Other people have made it. But chances are you have accomplished a lot more than you give yourself credit for. Now, I don't know about you if you have a to-do list or if you do like weekly, monthly, yearly planning. I recommend it. If you need help with that, a Catholic life coach can really help you with that. But most of my life, I always just kept like a legal pad. I wrote down my daily to-do list in blue, crossed it out in red, very visual, love it, still love that. And then I had a notebook where I had my weekly list. And most of it I always put on Monday, which was always a mistake. But I was able to see progress, all right? Seeing those red marks gave me progress. I've grown, obviously running businesses and everything. I need to be a lot more organized in that. So I have used a tool called Trello. If you're not familiar with it, I love, love, love Trello, Trello.com. It's totally free to use. And basically you can set up bulletin boards, you can set up lists, you can organize things. I did this when I organized my wedding. I had my list of everything that needed to be done, and then I broke it down by month, and then I broke it down by week, and then the week of my wedding I broke it down by day, and it was awesome. But the great thing about using a tool like that is that I can see my done list. Everything gets moved over to done. So even though I might still feel like, oh, I didn't do those 15 things that I wanted to do, I could look back at the week and say, wow, but I did those 45 things that I've been meaning to get to. Or if you keep a journal, and that's always good, a prayer journal or just a journal, where I've been, what I've been striving toward, and what I've accomplished. Sometimes you look back a year ago, and those things that were really getting you down, those problems that seemed insurmountable, they've been forgotten already. All right, so it's always a good idea to apply the 5-year rule to things. All right, when I'm upset or stressed out, is this going to matter 5 years from now? But I think that we don't take stock of all the things we've learned or that we learn along the way. And let's face it, in this information age in which we're living, we're learning a lot all the time. I know when I first launched Catholic Therapist in 2001, I literally did not have the vocabulary to communicate with the web designer what I wanted. All right, a hyperlink I called a blue click on. I just had no idea. So I can look back and say, wow, I've gotten really good at this. I've really learned a lot. Or I could look and say, oh my gosh, it's gotten way more complicated. There's still so much I don't know. The reality is, I don't like any of that stuff, and yet I've been able to do it and accomplish it, but I've also known when to farm it out to other people. So instead of comparing yourself to other people, instead of comparing yourself to where you want to be, try to look back every now and then. It's a good practice, maybe monthly or quarterly or annually, and say, okay, what did I accomplish this year? What did I learn? What skills did I develop? It's really important because we need to always have that sense of gaining mastery over something, and you are growing every single day, and you need to stop, give yourself some credit for it, own it, and that's going to give you more confidence to move into your future and accomplish even more. right? So, and again, it's not always about doing, but it's about becoming who God is calling you to be. So every experience, positive and negative, He is using for your good. So take stock of it. I find that really, really helpful. If you're working with a spiritual director, hopefully you're doing that, where you can see how God has been moving in your life. And you can do that in prayer by yourself also if you don't have a spiritual director. How has God moved in my life over this last year? Right? What are the virtues maybe that I've been able to develop? What are some vices I've been able to conquer? Right? Don't always look at what I need to do. Obviously, we need to keep our eye on that. What have I done? Because you're going to be so surprised. Hope you find that helpful. Please like and share the video. I always appreciate that. God bless you.